Hello guys, welcome back to United Rock Nations. We're still at Hellfest and this time with fantastic AMORPHIS. Hello, Santeri.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
So, let's start with our Offstage With session. Which is the first album you bought as a kid?
Well, the first album I bought was actually a used album from my big brother, Kiss Unmasked. Very controversial Kiss album, I must say, but officially, like records I bought from the store, the first one were Motorhead, Iron Fist, and No Sleep Till Hammersmith at the same time. Yeah.
Do they still have a special place?
Well, well, sure. I haven't been listening, to be honest, the Kiss album that much, but of course Motorhead. I used to listen to it a lot, and No Sleep Till Hammersmith is a classic, and there's also a couple of my all-time favorites like America from Iron Fist, and Iron Fist also. So absolutely, I used to have a Motorhead patch in the back when I was 9 years old and stuff like this. So, of course, and especially now Lemmy died. You know, it's so sad. But
You used to have him here like every year or every 2 years.
yeah, he toured so much and he put it so much effort to the rock and roll lifestyle. So I think it's kind of understandable that nobody lives forever. But it's still sad.
It is. So, which album made you want to be a musician? You know, like, oh, I want to do this. You know.
Well, there was plenty of. I have a big sister, 3 years older, and my big brother was 7 years older. So I had a lot of music around me. You know, all kinds of stuff. But probably something like early Led Zeppelin, like Led Zeppelin 3. I used to spin a lot when I was 8 years old, and Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast, and Black Sabbath, Heaven and Hell, and all these, and AC/DC stuff. You know, Dirty Deeds Standard Chief was then pretty new album, somewhere around 83, 84. I can't remember now, but yeah, I used to listen a lot of old school hard rock. And also from my sister's side, I got to know with Queen and stuff like this. So yeah, that's basically all the music nowadays I listen. Not that much new stuff, but.
So, which CDs have you played like 1,000 times?
Oh my God, CDs.
Or cassettes?
Well, oh yeah, vinyls mostly. You know, I still have all those vinyls. They're in pretty bad shape, but well. Yeah, I made a Number of the Beast. It's one of the classics I played like tens of thousands of times. And as I mentioned, Led Zeppelin number 3. Also Motorhead. Well, No Sleep Till Hammersmith, absolutely, and Bomber. And Deep Purple stuff. You know, most of the Deep Purple early stuff has been in my plates. And some good old Rainbow classics like the Dio times and also the Joel Turner times. The Difficult to Cure album was one of my favorites when I was young and planning what to do in the future, you know.
Which album of AMORPHIS do you like best?
It's very hard to say at the moment. Well, I wasn't in a band back then when they released the Tales from the Thousand Lakes. I must say it still sounds really nostalgic. There's some magic in it, and from the era I've been around, of course, Tuonela was a very well atmospherically very strong album for me because this first time we introduced the flutes and saxophones and more atmospherical stuff. But maybe the strongest album for me must be Skyforger or the Eclipse, and of course the new one because well, we are still getting know to the album what we have done, and now we start touring, and I would say after 1 year I will have my final opinion about the Queen of Time. But at the moment the Queen of Time sounds probably the strongest album what we ever made because all the songs are really strong and there's no weak points. at least from my perspective, that all the songs are really good and really atmospherical and different from each other, but still they tie together when you listen it from the beginning till the end. But I truly hope that Queen of Time will be my favorite after a couple of hundred shows.
Would you say that then Queen of Time is the album which defines AMORPHIS the best?
Well, at the moment, of course, yeah. We've been with Tommy Joutsen. We've been playing for like 12 years, 13 years in a row. All the time we've been releasing albums every 2 years, and we've been touring like hell, trying to really build the career to back where it used to be in Tales and Elegy era. And I think it shows pretty well like that we've been developing also as musicians and as composers to create new dimensions. You know, we used to do like with Eclipse to Silent Waters to Skyforger. We were still searching the right style and to find the best way to put out the songs, because Tommy as a singer was so new to the band, you know, like and around Circle we started to a little bit try new dimensions and to find more atmospheres, like especially from the aggressive side and the grunt vocal side and stuff like that. And at the moment we've been really trying to push out our musicianship, you know, the development as a musicians. You know, there's a lot of small details more than ever. It started already in Under the Red Cloud with Jens Bogren, but now the second album with Jens Bogren, we had more free hands to, because we knew what to expect. Like he's gonna be like this, and he's gonna demand this quality, and he's gonna pay attention to these small tiny details. So we had more freedom just to express ourselves. And to be honest, we wanna present the AMORPHIS with more musicianship inside the music and more complex arrangements to the people, to make it more interesting, but also to make it sound more like what we are now as a band, because we touring like 1,000 shows after Tommy Joutsen came and released like 6 or 7 full albums and some others. So I think Queen of Time represents as well as it can what AMORPHIS is about right now.
And which artwork corresponds best to what you had in mind?
What?
Which artwork corresponds best to what you had in mind?
Well, it was kind of funny because we sent some lyrics to the Val Noir, who created the cover much before than we even had the title for the album. So I would say it actually went like the artwork a little bit affected to the title, because when we were looking for the title, we had a couple of ideas from the lyrical point of view, but then we already had like the complex of cells, you know, some life and death thematics, you know, and also the bee metaphor. So I would say that the album wouldn't necessarily to be called as Queen of Time without the artwork what we had. So it was kind of a weird cooperation, and it could be something else without the fine cover, but I'm really excited about the cover. It represents it pretty well. It's something very different what we've done, but it still has some similarities to the Under the Red Cloud, which is kind of the same, built with the same kind of ideas, that complex music and interesting fresh atmosphere. So.
And which album do you dream of having written?
Which album? Oh my God! Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd. Yeah. Well, to be honest, I don't dream about that. That's a crazy idea, but I love to listen it every time. And I would like to say I would have liked to be on the stage in a concert. Pink Floyd did the live video Live at Pompeii in an amphitheater in Greece. That's pretty classic stuff, and I don't think any of the bands ever will have a possibility to make that kind of super exciting experience.
Well, thank you very much. It was very interesting.
Hello, it's Santeri from AMORPHIS. We have a new album out, Queen of Time. It's a killer album through ear candy. Please check it out. And you are watching United Rock Nations radio show. Stay metal.